The coalition has been cornered. Now Dong Zhao has the perfect opportunity to trap these guys in and destroy them once and for all. Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome back to another Total War Three Kingdoms online battle. This one is once again between me and Pixelated Apollo, and today we are going to find out who will win the day. Apollo has the defensive position of this awesome looking swamp that he's taken up refuge in, and he's going to be looking to push me back with all manner of infantry and heroes. We are playing the records mode for Total War Three Kingdoms. This was the last replay we ended up doing with records mode, and personally my overall conclusion after playing like 5 battles on it is that it just really doesn't seem like there's much to it besides the generals who aren't even that well thought out. You know, it'd be so awesome if Guan Yu, for example, was on foot with an elite spear infantry unit, or, you know, for example, I don't know, Kong Rong was in an archer unit. Stuff like that would have been really cool in records mode, and I think we're just gonna have to wait for archers, for modders to really go ahead and develop the mode, because Creative Assembly honestly did not. I think definitely Romance is where all the time went into, and records was simply just kind of an afterthought more than anything else, and that's my honest opinion right there. But yeah, in today's battle, it should be really fun as I'm going to be attacking him in his defensive position. So the maps are really well suited, and they kind of create some really awesome scenarios if you want that. But going through my army really quickly on my front line, I do have some yellow dragons. I believe I brought 6 units of these bad boys. Pretty high tier axe infantry. Behind that, I have a whole line of heavy crossbowmen. If you guys have been watching any of my replays, you guys know that these heavy crossbowmen are deadly with their superior range, and their heavy armor piercing may just shred through units. We also have some of these Jin sword guards, again pretty kind of low tier, but they're still pretty decent. They're kind of like the standard stock infantry, but they're not quite the best quality. Then I have brought some of the protectors of the heaven. Amazing glaive infantry. You see me bring these guys pretty much every single battle, because when they get stuck in, they just do serious damage. And I'm also bringing the heaviest shock cavalry available right here. They can output some serious damage, and if you don't have spearmen to defend against these guys in wedge formation as well, you'll just break them. For my heroes, my main commander is going to be Dong Zhao. I've got Sima Yi. I can't remember how to pronounce this name exactly, but this is the guy who kind of won the Three Kingdoms period right here. So he's going to be chilling out there. I've got Cao to my left flank. I've got Zhao Yun over to the left-hand side, and I've bringing Lu Bu to the fight because, yeah, I mean, I couldn't bring Dong Zhao and not bring Lu Bu. Apollo kind of has a lot of coalition units. Like, we didn't plan to do a coalitions of like these guys, but it kind of works out pretty well. We've got Gongsun Zan, and we've got Yuan Shao. We've also got Kong Rong, Guan Yu up against Lu Bu. It should be pretty exciting. So forces are just going to be edging closer and closer. And I'll quickly, I guess, take a look at Apollo's forces. You can see he's in the Testudo formation with Turtle formation. And it's really, really cool because these guys also defend their backs as well. And these are obviously the heavy spear guards. You can see they're pretty intense armor. So yeah, my crossbows are going to have a hard time breaking these guys up. He's also bringing the Defenders of Earth, which after like we've played around with these guys are absolutely amazing. I always recommend, if you're playing online battles, to bring a couple of these bad boys because they are just deadly. We also have some yellow turbans because I think Apollo is bringing He-Man with his army. So he's got some of these heralds. These guys are unbreakable. They're lightly armored, but they have like some heavy maces, which is really effective. Behind that, he's bringing yellow dragons. He's got some protectors of the heaven on my flank, and then he's actually gone for mounted saber cavalry. So these guys are much better in prolonged engagements. My heavy shot cavalry should rip him apart when we do get up there. You can see them in the distance, looking very awesome. And in this battle, I brought close to 6,000 soldiers, whereas Apollo has brought just under, he's brought 5,300, and I've brought 5,900. Obviously, we're playing on the ultra unit scale. So I'm going to go ahead and start pushing through this swamp area and trying to get my crossbows into range of his bow, the Defenders of the Earth, because they just do so much damage. They basically shoot out like explosive arrows. It's actually kind of insane. And if you kind of leave these guys alone, you'll see at the end of a battle, even after me peppering them with crossbow bolts, they still rack up a ridiculous amount of kills, and they basically just break my front line. I see Apollo bringing these guys forward because the kind of the downside of these archers is they're kind of glass cannons. They melt very quickly, and also they have really poor range. So Apollo brought his men through his formation, which was pretty good for me because I'm charging at him right now with everything. You can see my hordes just moving forward as fast as I physically can to try and close this distance and get on his position as quickly as possible. And because of that, he's had to actually bring back his archers, which is just giving my crossbows so much free time to just smash away at his formation. But here we go. They're going to start volleying out. I mean, look at the damage they're already killing. They've killed like 12 dudes in like 10 seconds. Not to mention the kills on these swordsmen as well. So, you know, they just unleash so much damage. It's kind of crazy. But here we go. My first cavalry charge is going to go off on the left-hand side. I see Apollo. I know he's very busy in the center, pushing up his sword infantry. He's got the heralds flying forward, and I see the perfect opportunity to charge directly into his mounted saber militia, and my cavalry is the best cavalry in the game. You can see there's no one left on these horses. They're just empty, and we rip them apart. He's also throwing in Yuan Shao into the battle, but honestly, he's not really going to fare too well. Yeah, we just demolished these guys. They were stationary, and they did not stand a chance. I've also got a pretty big flanking force as well coming around, but Apollo is going to go ahead and meet me with his Protectors of the Heaven, charging them bad boys in, looking to keep me at bay whilst he's committing more infantry there. The front lines are kicking off now, and you can see the Protectors of the Heaven doing a lot of damage as I clash against his battle line right now. I really like the way how Apollo has kind of like the heralds in the front line, like down, and as I push down the hill, I kind of fall into his spear wall trap. That looks awesome. But like right now, my front line, like, I don't really have a front line. My sword guard have just been absolutely ripped apart. And now I'm having to throw in my reserves already in the battle because of these Protectors of the Heaven. Not Protectors of the Heaven, sorry, the Defenders of Earth. Basically the same thing. Yeah, so now my crossbows are just focusing these guys down. I've managed to kill most of his archers, but yeah, still just outputting so much damage. I mean, how many kills has this one got right here? This one has over 400 kills, and it's still not looking to stop. Like, they're just insanely powerful. You really need to make sure you focus. I mean, they're super expensive as well, don't get me wrong. But you need to make sure to take these guys out as best as you can. Here we go, another wonderful shock charge right there. I'm going to be doing a decent amount of damage. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I got slaughtered on that charge. I guess because he was braced. If he was moving, I would have done a lot of damage. We definitely found that out if you've seen my siege battle I did yesterday. That if you're like not braced against heavy shot cavalry, you're going to get absolutely minced, and it's not going to be good. It really isn't. So let's go ahead and stick with battle on slow-mo because there's quite a lot going on. Oh yeah, I also missed this cavalry engagement as well as Lu Bu came in with the rest of my heavy shot cavalry against Guan Yu and also Gong Sun Zan. I don't know if we can find them. I mean, we'll probably be able to pick them out. Yeah, they're actually fighting as well. That's cool. I wonder if there's like code in records mode to make it so that these guys actually do find each other in the battle, because it seems quite convenient that they are facing off against one another. So maybe in records mode the heroes actually do kind of look to catch one another as they do go, you know, at it. But it looks like I'm going to be winning this right flank quite nicely. I mean, Gong Sun Zan is still alive, but I've got my shock cavalry. I've broken a large portion of his force, and now, you know, as soon as Guan Yu goes, I should be able to clean it up. I'm also moving the Fat Man himself. Where is he? There he is. The Fat Man, the Big Dong, is going to be charging over to this flank and trying to get himself into this engagement to go ahead and support Lu Bu as best as he can. The front line is going okay for me, but my front line was just ripped apart by them Defenders of Earth, and now I don't really have too much. Like, there's going to be gaps appearing. What I really need to have happen is I need my flanks to win. If my flanks win, I can come and crush around with my cavalry and rear charge. Here we go. We're going to get a big charge right here with the sword infantry going into the spears. However, they are going to be hit back. This guy quite conveniently moving his shield out from in front of him. Always the smartest thing to do. Yeah, it doesn't leave you completely open, my dude. Oh, wow, that guy actually got just flung. And a few of my swords have gone around the side, but the nice thing is about Apollo's formation is it is a 360 formation, so it's kind of okay there. The rest of my crossbows have, I think, finished off the last Defenders of Earth, so that's like 5 grand Apollo has just lost from his formation. But, I mean, I think they paid for themselves. They are so goddamn good. And yeah, you can see it, like big gaps appearing. My battle line is just so messy right now, but Apollo definitely has the advantage when it comes to the infantry fight. I'm getting some pretty good successful stuff over here. And oh yeah, look at this charge. Cao Cao leading the charge in, and it's just over. I think he's using the Tiger Leopard Cavalry. And yeah, this unit, you guys saw the difference between the unit that charged against a braced glaive unit, and then look at the damage right now. If they're not braced, they just get wiped away. It's actually disgusting. Like, cavalry, I think, is the strongest thing in the game, at least heavy shot cavalry, because rear charges are devastating in Total War 3 Kingdoms. So you want to win the cavalry fight as quickly as possible, so you can start rear charging. Granted, these defensive formations are quite nice. Oh, this one isn't though. Is it this one? Yeah, this one right here is pretty good because they have like that shield wall to protect their rear. But, you know, even still, I can probably break that up with some good cavalry charges. Over on this left-hand side, or right-hand side, they're still duking out Lu Bu and Guan Yu, fighting to see who will be the mightiest warrior of Japan. Japan? China? What the hell am I saying? God damn it. That was awkward. But hey, I'm going to leave it in because I don't give a F. Can't swear now because of YouTube, but we'll just continue on with the battle. Early morning recording for you right there. So I'm moving Zhao Yun and also Cao Cao background to help out in this fight. Apollo does have Kong Rong. I don't know how Yuan Shao survived the fight as well. Like, I really don't understand how he did survive that initial engagement. I must have missed it. I mean, maybe Apollo brought him out. And right now you can see all my crossbows just training in on this big blob of infantry that he has. And Apollo was actually bringing back some spearmen to help out because my cavalry is just running amok. And I think Guan Yu is now dead, or is he still alive in his... Yeah, Guan Yu is still alive as Lu Bu continues to fight him. I mean, hopefully Lu Bu can just give him the left-right good night and finally take him out because they are just hitting one another. But it seems like he's just super tanky. But, I mean, his bodyguard is very close to routing. I want to stick here because I want to see if there's a custom kill animation in records mode when the two heroes fight one another. But it's good. I don't want to miss the rest of the battle. So I guess I'll quickly just go ahead and come back to that a little bit later. Oh, no, he's just routing. Guan Yu, oh, Guan Yu, you coward. I think he died as well. I think he got killed, and that's why the unit routed. I must have just missed it, unfortunately. But as you can see, the cavalry, the fat man, and everyone else is just coming into the backs of the spear guard. The spear guard who were in the turtle formation actually did pretty decently, repelling the impact of the charge. But over on this other side, they did not. Between Cao Cao coming in and everyone else, it was an absolute slaughter. So it's good to see that the turtle formation does protect your rear and gives you good mass to stop the shock cavalry from penetrating that formation. And obviously when you're not in it, you really do stuff. I mean, we can take a look right now. These guys are not formed up, and Lu Bu, who does have some of the best charge impact in the game. Yeah, it's just like, see you later. I mean, they even managed to break up this formation quite nicely. I didn't get too far into it, but still doing pretty good. I've also got all my crossbows just peppering these yellow dragons who are, I think, just managed to rout one of my units. So they're just kind of sitting around waiting for Apollo to realize and push them into combat any second now. Kong Rong is also about to get into a firing range as well. There's a really cool kind of like last stand out here as well between the heralds and my yellow dragons as they try and break them down. You can see it right here as I've kind of almost surrounded his formation. And I'm just pushing him back. And these guys will fight because these guys are unbreakable, the heralds. So it's kind of quite awesome. My cavalry charges are coming in now as well and just cleaning up this engagement. As you can see, Aban's power is very much in my favor. I outnumber him by over almost 2,000 soldiers, actually. And yeah, we're going to just kind of close this one out. Yuan Shao's breaking. He-Man does not have the power of Grayskull anymore. Imagine how many YouTubers have probably made that joke already. But hey, it never gets old. And now it's just going to be his heralds making this famous last stand. Yuan Shao has actually come back from routing. Is it just him? Oh yeah, I remember this. No, it's not Yuan Shao, but it's one of his bodyguard. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that because something cool happens with that. But for now, I'm just going to be shooting the rest of his men, trying to bring him down. But yeah, it was a pretty decisive victory considering when I was attacking the defensive position. Like, the cavalry just won that battle for me so badly. It really did. Like, the cavalry around the flanks managing to kill a lot of his commanders and other heroes was just absolutely huge. And here we go. This is what I was talking about. The lone rider is going to be trying to duke it out with Lu Bu. If he can slay Lu Bu here, then he will go down as an amazing warrior. Can he do it? He's going in. No, he gets speared and absolutely slaughtered by Lu Bu. Unfortunately, you know, I guess many men have tried to kill him and unfortunately not succeeded. So that's basically going to be the battle. I'll triple speed through the last of it because there is still, you know, kind of a cool last stand right here as my protectors of heaven do just surround this herald unit. And I mean, they fight quite handily to the last, so you can't fault them for that. I mean, we can take a quick look at the overall battlefield as well. You know, over on the sea, the river definitely turned red this day. A lot of the flags just kind of situated. That's kind of cool. Like, when you like zoom out a little bit, you can't really see the men, but when you kind of get in a decent angle, and then there's just piles of bodies under the water, up on little mounds and stuff. The battle maps are definitely one of the best things about battles, for sure. There's a lot of really unique ones. And they do end up looking really cool. I mean, just look at that. That looks amazing, right? We just go like that as well. Oh, that looks nice. Just the flags and the trees, especially if we turn off the foliage as well. I don't think I even have it on, yeah. Like that as well. Looks absolutely awesome. Really good looking game for sure. And there we go. Pyrrhic victory. I cleaned up the last stand right there. What a battle that was. And if you guys enjoyed these type of battles, let me know where there's a little bit more kind of like, you know, set up to them rather than just like, this is a competitive battle. If you guys want to see more of these kind of scenario battles, there wasn't really a scenario, but it kind of was because Apollo was like defending that swamp area. If you want to see more stuff like just small details like that in these battles, do let me know in the comments down below, and obviously by dropping a like if you enjoyed the video. I don't quite know how Dong Zhao got 300 kills. I think he basically just killed routing soldiers, which is probably what he does best. Lu Bu almost 300 kills. Cao Cao got 300 kills as well, and I think that was mainly just down from his rear charging. Yeah, look at that, 600 kills and 400 kills on these guys. I think it is very important if you're going to bring good archers, you end up bringing like 2 of these guys and like 4 heavy crossbows or something, and that's going to be your archer force, and it's going to melt because you put these guys behind your battle line and you stick the crossbows in the front to shoot away, and then when the infantry gets closer, these guys unload on them and you can just break, you know, entire infantry units pretty effectively. My heavy crossbows didn't actually do that great, but again, remember that they mainly killed the 60-man units of these heavy archers, so these kills are kind of worth a lot more than it shows. But overall, that was a very fun battle between me and Apollo. Be sure to check out his channel. The link will be down below in the description. Go ahead and drop a like and a comment. If you want to pre-order Total War 3 Kingdoms, you can use my link down below in the description to get 16% off. This lasts for a week after launch, and it is only available in Europe. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.